Hi everyone, welcome back to Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So in my previous videos of data engineering series, I have mostly talked about the interview experiences of data engineering role. Along with that, few videos on roadmap and different resources. But I thought you can learn in a better way if we are developing something as well, because you are learning different frameworks, different tech stack related to data engineering. But it would be a great idea if we can build something meaningful. So in this video, I am going to give you two project ideas and that you need to take as a challenge. And that is very important for the freshers, beginners and someone who is looking into this data engineering domain. Like I have seen this query from aspiring data engineers that they are not getting project ideas, how they can build beginner level projects so that they are aware how we create the data pipeline, how we process batch and real-time data. To solve that problem, I came up with two project ideas, one for batch processing, one for real-time processing. And to motivate you guys, I am giving these two projects as a challenge, and the challenge is hashtag NoobDE challenge. Noob because beginner level. So you need to take this challenge and completely build these projects from scratch. You can take week, 2 week, 3 week, 1 month, but the motto is you are learning and developing in parallel. So I hope you guys are ready for this NoobDE challenge. And guys, if you have any doubt while developing this thing, if you are stuck anywhere, these are my social media handles. Like you can join my Telegram group, Instagram and LinkedIn, and feel free to ask your doubt. I'll be happy to help you at any particular point of time. Along with that, you need to make this challenge consistent, and I'm super active on LinkedIn, so you can post your daily updates there using hashtag NoobDE challenge so that I can see, okay, people are consistently working on these projects. For these two projects, we will be using COVID-19 data because we all know what happened in 2020 and how bad COVID-19 was. But we also have some sort of data which we can actually analyze and visualize and try to find something meaningful out of it. So for these two use cases, batch processing and real-time processing, I am focusing on the COVID-19 data set. So let me explain both of the problem statements and what kind of tech stack and steps you can follow to build these projects. So our first project is COVID-19 cases on world map. That is basically batch processing related kind of use case. So let me explain you what this problem statement actually is and what steps you can follow. It would be a kind of batch pipeline where you will read 1 year of COVID-19 data for each country date wise. That COVID data will be having like 5 columns: date, country name, recovered cases, confirmed cases and deaths. So that will be the structure of COVID-19 data, and how you can pull that last 1 year of COVID-19 data. For that, in the description box, I have pasted one link from where you can get that COVID-19 data, download it in your local and move for the next steps. And after that, you need to process the data, aggregate it, store that processed data in MySQL or any NoSQL database. Last step would be visualize data on world map. So you can see in the picture like how we actually visualize the data over world map. You will get an idea. Now I'll guide you through that what steps you can follow to build this project. And guys, as a beginner, I do not want to bombard you with advanced concepts, tech stack and theoretical things. I definitely want you to begin these projects with traditional frameworks, using open source frameworks, because there you will learn different things, and these are the base of everything. Like nowadays we have cloud services in the big data solutions, but I want you to build these kind of projects using open source frameworks and traditional tech stack, so that able to learn all the ins and outs of distributed computation and how we build the actual data pipelines. I know you guys are smart enough, you have n number of ways to solve it using different tech stack. You are free to do that, no restrictions on that, but that is my idea. Like as a beginner, I would definitely recommend you to follow these steps, because I have curated these steps in such a way so that maximum frameworks, tech stack and technologies are involved and you will get a good exposure of it. First, what you need to do, download that COVID-19 data from the Git repo, which I have pasted in the description box, and download that data in your local. After that, set up Hadoop framework in your local. Here you need to focus on only two main components of Hadoop. That means HDFS and Yarn. HDFS, we will be using it to store the data in a distributed environment, and Yarn as a resource manager when we will be executing our job. Third would be, you have data in your local, now copy it in the HDFS. Fourth step would be set up Apache Spark in your local. Fifth, write a Spark application which will read file from HDFS and creates a data frame. Next step would be aggregate the data in Spark application, like performing the group by operation, because on the world map you need to visualize three important things for a particular country. That means how many total cases so far, how many recovered cases so far, and how many deaths so far. Source file we will be getting the data on daily basis, but for the aggregation purpose we will be taking country as a key in group by and take a sum of recovered cases, confirmed cases and total deaths to get the total count for each country and display it on the world map. So after doing the aggregation, we will write that aggregated data in output table. It can be any MySQL kind of database or NoSQL kind of database, that is up to you. But just as a beginner, I don't want to make things very complex, so I would recommend you can set up MySQL in your local. That would be easy and use it for this use case. After that, you can use any dashboarding tool like Tableau, Power BI, Grafana, Kibana. But for this use case, I will definitely recommend to go with Grafana because that is open source and very easy to use, and very cool dashboarding tool as well, because most of the things you can do there by integrating some plugins of different dashboards. After that, set up Grafana in your local. Next, install plugin for world map dashboarding. Next, connect your Grafana with MySQL database, and to populate your world map, you need to write some backend queries which will populate your world map dashboard. So that was all about for the first project idea, COVID-19 cases on world map. So I hope the problem statement is clear. Like, you need to read 1 year of COVID-19 data, and in that data columns will be date, country, recovered cases, confirmed cases and deaths. Using Spark application, you need to aggregate it based on country, total confirmed cases, total recovery, total deaths, and display it on the world map. Now, second important project that could be an interesting one for you because it is related to real-time data processing. And in this project as well, guys, I haven't mentioned any complicated or very advanced level of tech stack and tech framework, because I just wanted to make things easy for you. And I already said you guys are very smart enough. You can implement things in a different way as well. If you know those tech stack and frameworks, that would be a really awesome thing to see. But here you can use simple things. So second problem statement is COVID-19 vaccine tweets globally. So what the problem statement is here, obviously we all know the vaccination has started. Like, every country is working hard to develop the vaccine, and whosoever has developed it, vaccination has already started. So this vaccine keyword is again the very frequently used keyword on the Twitter. So I thought using this idea I can create a simple problem statement for you guys where you can get a feel of real-time data processing, because on Twitter every single second there will be different tweets. So here we need to analyze the Twitter data for vaccine keyword. Like, from a particular geographic location, how many tweets which is containing COVID-19 vaccines related keyword are coming from that particular geographic location. Now I will talk about the steps which you can follow to do this project. First step would be like set up a Twitter developer account, because in order to connect with the Twitter and pull its tweet data, you need to set up a developer account where you will get access keys, tokens, something like that, which you need to configure so that you can connect with your Twitter account and get those tweets. Second would be set up Apache Flume. So Apache Flume is basically a data ingestion framework that you can use. That's why I have recommended for this project. As I already said, you could have used another one, but that would be a simple one to use because most of the thing will be based on configuration level, so you can do these things quickly and get the idea of real-time data processing. After that, you can mimic it into something else or using any other framework. Third would be connect your Flume with Twitter account, like do the configuration part. Fourth would be pull a stream of tweets where matching keyword is COVID-19 vaccine. Like you need to fetch those tweets which is containing this keyword COVID-19 vaccines and dump it into the HDFS, because in previous project we would have set up the Hadoop framework as well in our system. So we need to dump it into the HDFS. So that means for this real-time use case, our source will be Twitter and the channel will be Apache Flume and the sync will be HDFS. So as I was talking about that, you need to focus on the geographic location. So once you get the Twitter data, your first step would be to analyze it, because it will be a JSON kind of data. So you need to check, okay, what all fields are available and how you can populate the output fields. After that, set up Apache Hive in your local. So Apache Hive is basically a SQL kind of framework. Let's say any kind of structured, semi-structured data which is stored in your HDFS, you can create tables on top of it using Apache Hive and query that data. Next step would be create external tables on HDFS files. So this is real-time data, so continuously whatever data you are getting from Twitter, you are dumping it into the HDFS. Okay, as I already said, Hive is a SQL kind of framework. You can create tables using the HDFS data. But let's say if I am creating an internal table, then every time I need to load the data. But here I have mentioned that please create external table, because creating external table means we have created table structure in Hive, but we are pointing it to some external location. So we don't need to load data again and again. Whatever data is coming into that location, every time we will be running a query on Hive, we will be getting the latest output. So that's the reason of creating external tables here. And along with that, you will also get exposure of using SERDE, like serialization, deserialization in Hive, because the source data would be of JSON kind. So that will be also one good learning thing for you, like how SERDE actually works in Hive. And last step would be write a query to display how many tweets have been made regarding COVID-19 vaccines, every geographic location wise. I think I have mistakenly mentioned country wise, but you can ignore, because in the tweet data you will be getting different geographic locations. So whatever you are getting, you just need to aggregate it based on the geographic location which you are getting in your tweet data. So that would be the simple use case for this real-time data processing project 2, that is COVID-19 vaccines tweets globally. So I hope guys these two problem statements are clear to you, and now you are ready to take this Noob DE challenge. So if you are ready, so your time starts now. And if you are stuck at any particular point of time, then feel free to connect with me here, Telegram, LinkedIn, Instagram, and ask your doubts. And please keep on posting your daily updates on LinkedIn using hashtag Noob DE challenge. And guys, one important thing I would like to call out here, that it is not a competition kind of thing. It is just a thing from where you can learn. So the idea is to give you exposure of beginner level data engineering projects, so that you can find your interest, you can explore new frameworks, technologies of data engineering, so that it will be very helpful for you to understand data engineering in actual meaning. So please don't try to cheat, because it is just for the learning basis. You can take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, no problem, but try to build these things from scratch by your own. I didn't want to spoon feed anything else. I would have given all the links, all important links, but the idea is you can explore things by your own. The advantage is we get to know very minor things regarding any tech stack, regarding any framework. Even we will be stuck at particular bug or error, we will deep dive into it, and that will give you a complete knowledge and understanding about particular framework. So that was the entire idea. That's why I'm not spoon feeding you here. I have explained everything Now it's your time to implement it. So I hope guys you would have liked these two project ideas and you will implement it as soon as possible. And if you like these two projects ideas, then hit the like button, subscribe the channel for amazing content on data engineering, and share this video with your aspiring data engineer friends so that they can also take this Noob challenge. I will see you next time with another interesting video on data engineering. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too. Bye bye.